on, guys? The Inside the Booth podcast, and today we are talking about the Giants just got a gift from the NFL, and it's not like they got additional draft picks or a new player, but it's a player departing out of their division, and it's MICAH Parsons heading to the Green Bay Packers, and oh my goodness, when I saw this trade, I was like, they actually traded him? You know, I thought there was some sort of potential, right? I did see a source that said the Packers are one of the teams that are potentially going to get MICAH Parsons and, sign him to a deal of $45+ million. And that dream came true. And the Giants don't have to worry about MICAH Parsons until they play the Green Bay Packers now. And that is not for a bit. That's weeks from now. That's not like they're playing them week 2. The Dallas Cowboys have made a lot of iffy decisions, and that starts with Jerry Jones. I mean, Jerry Jones has only made this team go on a downfall, and that starts with, trading MICAH Parsons to a team that just kicked their butt cheeks in the divisional round, I believe it was, or the wild card round. I mean, they kicked. I'm trying to keep this as PG as possible, so I'm just going to say that. The Dallas Cowboys traded him to the Green Bay Packers, a team that eliminated them from the playoffs. So that alone is very odd to do that from a business management standpoint. But overall, the Giants don't have to worry about him because MICAH Parsons, every single time the Giants played him, he would get to the backfield, get to Daniel Jones, and make this offensive line's lives hell. And I tell you what, man, when you get a guy like that out of your division, you could take a breather, Yes, the Eagles still have, their top guys, but we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys and why the Giants now actually have a real shot at beating them in week 2. And I'm not trying to be, some delusional or drinking a bunch of Kool-Aid. Like, the Cowboys got worse from this trade. MICAH Parsons is a top 5 edge rusher in the NFL, and you just traded away him for 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark. Kenny Clark is still good, but he's no MICAH Parsons. And honestly, I would have asked for more draft capital, not just 2 firsts. I would have asked for a second, maybe a third as well. But they only get 2 firsts, and I think you look at this deal, and you probably could say a lot of teams could potentially have made this trade. I mean, the thing is, though, is that they didn't really know if they were going to trade him. I mean, their head coach said that, MICAH Parsons is going to be ready for week 1, Thursday Night Football against the Eagles. That wasn't the case. And now, I mean, you look at it, MICAH Parsons is gone. I mean, now for the Giants, you have a real shot at maybe adding another win to your win total this season. The Dallas Cowboys defense, it's not very eye-opening, right? It's not a Philadelphia Eagles defense. It's not a Denver Broncos type defense. It's bad, in my opinion. I don't think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be playing very good defense, in my opinion. I mean, who are the real playmakers on that team? Before they traded MICAH Parsons, who was the guy that they highlighted and said, hey, this is a good football player, really good football player that we have to watch? Trayvon Diggs? But even me, I don't think Trayvon Diggs is, that good. I think he's good enough to play his position, but the Cowboys get worse from this, and we, as a division, Eagles, Commanders, and Giants, laugh. And the other thing I wanted to touch on is that so much of the talk last season, in the offseason, and Hard Knocks and all that, was the Giants, letting Saquon walk, and then, Saquon wins a Super Bowl. And now, you look at it now, I mean, I tell you what, maybe the Dallas Cowboys are now the team that you're pointing the finger to and saying, hey, they messed up big. I mean, they pulled a New York Giant. Is that what we're going to talk about now? It's like people pulling bad moves. Every team makes a bad move. But I tell you what, when you get a generational talent in MICAH Parsons and you trade him away for just 2 first-round picks and Kenny Clark, and I'm not saying Kenny Clark is a bad player, but he's no MICAH Parsons. I mean, you pay Dak Prescott a lot of money. You pay CeeDee Lamb a lot of money. What were they going to do with Parsons? Were they going to be able to re-sign him? I think trade. I mean, you look at it percentage-wise, you would think, it's 90 to 95% chance he's a Cowboy for life. And maybe there's a little bit of speculation that, hey, he doesn't want to be, he doesn't want to be a Cowboy, and he didn't. I mean, you look at the stuff and all the drama with him, the agent, Jerry Jones. a deal wasn't going to happen. And it was either he was going to hold out this season or he would play on his 1 year left of his contract. But back to the Giants and back to the Giants' sake and why this is a gift is we saw so many problems, like the 40-0 loss led by MICAH Parsons, some of the games that MICAH Parsons just takes over and there's no answer. Andrew Thomas can't get him. Jermaine Illuminor, even when Evan Neal had to play, and Evan Neal ended up turning into a pass rusher because MICAH Parsons folded him so bad. So a lot to like about this trade for a New York Giants standpoint. For a Cowboys standpoint, I don't think you did very well. I think getting Kenny Clark is good because Kenny Clark is still a good defender, but I believe he's still at his age 30, so the value is not there. I mean, if you're Dallas, you can't say you did a great job. I would say, if I want to do this on trades, an A plus clearly for the Packers, right? You get MICAH Parsons, and you have to give up 2 firsts, but that's it. I feel like most teams would say 3 firsts minimum, maybe a mid-tier player, or additional draft compensation. They got him for just 2 firsts and Kenny Clark, who's 30 years old, I believe. Don't quote me on 30 years of age, but then you look at the Cowboys and you're saying, we got Kenny Clark, and we got 2 firsts. And to me, I don't like that trade personally. Like I said, the draft compensation is not there, and they didn't do a great job, in my opinion, for this trade. But yeah, that's really all I got for this video. I mean, other things as well, the Giants, we're going to have a preview video on that, potentially with the co-host. We'll see how the schedules will line up. But yeah, this is huge news for the New York Giants. I wanted to get a quick, good video, because I don't want to just keep replicating stuff like, MICAH Parsons, very big impact player. No, I wanted to get to the bottom line of this and why this is such a huge gift for the New York Giants and why they win this. I mean, they have a potential chance to win Week 2 and potentially Week 1 as well. I feel like a lot of teams, a lot of people are doubting the Giants, and the Giants have a very good defense on paper, and I think they can squeak a few wins. And now with Dallas making this type of trade, you have to like the Giants' chances even more. And even going into Dallas, right? It's not like it's one of those years like you're going into Dallas and you think you're going to get killed. Yes, Dak Prescott can play good against the Giants. He can. But I do think with this pass rush, the additions they made, the secondary is better. I think you're going to get a different Giants team, and I think you have a decent chance at winning Week 2. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Of course, I am your host of the Inside the Booth podcast. We break down the Rangers, Yankees, and Giants. Week 1 preview is going to be out very soon for the Giants and Commanders. Anyways, guys, that is going to do it. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.